Hey everybody, it's your girl Sherry, and welcome back to another episode of Alleged Actually Podcast. So, guys, today is Tuesday. It is not my typical Monday, my Bravo Monday, but I wanted to hop on today and talk about Real Housewives of Potomac a little bit. I know I have not been on Mondays for the past couple of Mondays, one of which I was sick, and the one before that we had some family stuff to do. But you know, I started off with really high hopes with Potomac, and it seemed like I keep saying this kind of stuff, and it's unfortunate, but I'm going to see this season through. There are some things about the show that I know a lot of you guys are liking better, of course, than last season. I mean, last season was really grounds for the show to be put on pause or maybe not come back, period. But thankfully, with some cast shakeups, some of which I agreed with, some of which I didn't. I think that we're seeing at least more congenial group. Everyone seems to be, for the most part, getting along. Um, but there's a couple things that are really getting on my nerves about the season, so we're going to talk about it. But before we do, guys, I would like for you to please take a minute. If you haven't yet, go ahead and like this content for me, like my live. And then if you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button. So I need you to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And also hit that notification bell so that whenever I drop new content, you'll be the first to know. So guys, there's some things that are going on with the channel that I want to talk about before I get into my recap. I know I've talked to you guys about my interviews. For those of you that watch, that enjoy my interview space, we are going to be moving that to my new channel, Perspectives with Sherry. That will be launching in December. Perspectives with Sherry is going to be a lifestyle channel for women over 40. We're going to talk about what life is like in this new chapter for us. We're going to talk about health, wealth, beauty, motherhood, relationships, all that good stuff. I'm going to be bringing it to you from my perspective and having some dynamic women join me to talk about their stories, their expertise in different areas. And we're just going to have a wealth of sharing for the ladies out there. So, you can come over here to Kiki with me and my wonderful guest host about all things reality TV and pop culture. And then for a little bit of reflection and growth, and some sisterhood time, come on over to Perspectives with Sherry. More information on that to follow. So, guys, I am here before you to talk a little bit, just not a lot, just a little bit about the Real Housewives of Potomac. I am seeing so much in the fan groups about how people are feeling about the new season. A lot of folks are kind of losing interest and really calling it a snooze fest. I want you guys to slide in the comments and let me know what you think. For me, I'm going to say that I started off really hot. I enjoyed the fact that we had a cast shakeup, some of which I agreed with, some of which I didn't. But I will say that the ladies seem to be overall getting along better, which is a little more refreshing to watch. The interactions have been seemingly more friendly, and we're getting to know some newbies that I think are, for the most part, good additions. I like Stacey Rush. I know last time I was calling her Rush, but her correct pronunciation for her last name is Rush. Love Stacey. I think that she is a nice, kind of quirky, kind of awkward, beautiful, stunning woman. Addition to the cast. But y'all, excuse me, I'm gonna have to say Stacey's gonna need to stop playing in our face with that relationship with TJ. Listen, I don't know what y'all think, but it's giving to me that it's fake for the cameras. I don't think it's lost on her nor him that he's giving us vibes that he may just be interested in not dating women, period. We talked about that on another recap. And if so, it's all love over here. But I think they're teasing that on purpose. I think that TJ is giving that on purpose, y'all. Look, we're talking about it, and it makes for us to keep paying attention, as if Stacey is not catching on to the things that he says. I'm just not here to buy it. Stacey's nobody's dummy. She worked for QVC and she knows how to sell stuff, okay? So, y'all slide in the comments and let me know what you think. I think she is trying to sell us a storyline. I don't know about y'all. I'm not buying it. Stacey, just be yourself, sis. You're divorced, you're a beautiful little girl. You navigating in the DMV area, trying to, reestablish yourself after divorce is fine. I don't think you need the TJ storyline. Just my thoughts. Now, y'all, can we talk about Ashley? Child, she was on Watch What Happens Live Sunday night with Teresa Giudice, which I thought, ooh, that's an interesting pair. I know that so many of you guys are speculating on why Teresa was on Watch What Happens Live. Honey, that is a video for another time. People are wondering, is she coming back? My thoughts? Probably, y'all. Let's be clear. Love her or hate her, but Teresa is the foundation of New Jersey. She just is. I think if they get rid of Jen, shake some things up, we might can have a season. And Melissa, I don't know I don't know. I don't know if they both can come back. Probably. But like I said, yes, just like Potomac, they're going to have to do something. We cannot watch another episode of two groups, two lines in the sand, all that divisiveness. It has to go. So more to follow on that. But Ashley was on, y'all, and I don't know what y'all think, but it was given to me, Ashley, your time is coming to a close. Y'all, whenever Andy starts asking questions like he was asking Ashley, and those facial expressions, that side eye, when Andy gives you the side eye, he ain't feeling you. And look, Ashley's divorce that's been going on for about 15 years now. I think it's time for her to pull the plug on that. She doesn't have a storyline. She just doesn't, y'all. I mean, I don't know. Ashley fans, y'all weigh in and tell me if she has one, what is it? Because I don't see it. Don't see it outside of her messiness. I'm not here for it. It's time for Ashley to go do something else. We know that she's going to be on the dating show. I'm sure that'll be cute. I could see Ashley over there at Love Island somewhere, honey, doing some of that. Come on over to Netflix and do, I don't know, child. Listen, The Perfect Match or somebody like that. But I just think Real Housewives is not her thing. Not now. I think she's run her course. Probably even going over to the Summer House. That'd be a good fit for Ashley. Y'all weigh in and let me know what you think. Summer House, Winter House, child, something. But I think it's time for her to exit stage left on Potomac. All right, guys, I'm going to get into what I'm going to get into on this last episode. And y'all, my main focus today is to talk about Mia Thornton. Y'all, I'm going to have to really give it to Mia. I am so tired and disgusted by what I'm seeing here. We'll get there. The episode starts off with TJ and Stacey hanging out at Stacey's crash pad in DC. Y'all, like I said, I know it's cringe to watch them, but I'm telling y'all, TJ's an actor. Stacey is a master at selling things with her beautifulness, and she's nobody's dummy. If y'all truly believe the fact that they're abstaining from sex is absolutely nothing, I think, that is so foreign. I mean, look, if you want to wait, I'm here for that. You should. It's not that for me. It's just not. It is just a true playing in your face type situation where, she's trying to like, oh, I'm flirting with you. I'm flirting with you. Girl, I don't believe it. I don't believe it. So y'all, that scene, I'm not going to hold you, is basically they were there doing yet another activity so that they don't have to touch each other. They were painting and, just kind of hanging out. That's all it gave. We then, y'all, have the snack session with Ashley, Giselle, and Karen. It didn't give a lot. I'm sitting there trying to think of the scene and what were they trying to give. Karen was cute, though, in that tan little number, that little cute little dress. Karen be given to be 60, honey, 61. She looks good. And that's one thing you can't take away from the ladies of Potomac. They look good. They do. But they're not they're just it's just not giving, y'all. It's boring. It's boring. I mean, it started off with we wanted to see what was going to go on with Karen and the DUI. Karen is not giving anything, y'all. She's not there for, I'm sure, a host of reasons. And we're going to talk about that. But she's not going to talk about it. By the way, y'all, DUI cases, they're open and shut. Ma'am, if your blood alcohol level was above the legal limit, it's a DUI. Despite the extenuating circumstances, those are things that I hope and pray you get help for. But that's not going to help you beat your case. And we already know that she tried to get it dismissed because she tried to get her lawyers to say that she was improperly not read her rights, not given the Miranda rights, and improperly searched in her vehicle. However, once you have gotten into a car accident and 911 is on the scene, cops are called, and the lady that called 911 allegedly mentioned that she could smell alcohol, it's probable cause, ma'am. Hence the judge saying, nope, not dismissing anything. So, y'all, we're going to have to wait and see what happens with that case. But I think Karen could take a page out of Shayna Bedore's book. And I know that they both are so tired of being, compared. They're not the only housewives that got DUIs, by the way, or had issues involving alcohol. So, not saying that. I think, though, what I wish Karen could take out of Shannon's book is that sometimes when you do own stuff and, you let the viewers in to kind of where your mindset was, what you were going through, anybody can make a mistake. Thank God no one was hurt. Now maybe you use your platform in a responsible way, showing you're getting the help you need. And I understand the cast of Potomac, they are vicious. And so to show the least bit of vulnerability, they can come at you like a pack of wolves. So I get that, Karen. But you also have a fan base out here and people that are watching you every week. And you might can make a difference. You might can help somebody that's navigating life after receiving one, feeling low, and maybe showing them that look, you can be okay. You can get some help. You can hold your head high. And that part, I mean, I get with Karen. She's not going to let them see her sweat, but I think she's missing a real opportunity to be transparent and to give her fans and the viewers her human side. The loyalty bit, a real friend is going to tell you when you're wrong, Karen. So there's that. We then go to the scene with Wendy and her family. Y'all, they went to go out to eat at the restaurant, celebrating her precious children. One son is getting ready, graduated from elementary school, will be heading to middle school, and the little cutie pie little girl was graduating pre-K and is going to be going to kindergarten. So they are having a celebratory meal, and we get a chance to see them talk about her mother is there. And I believe the other gentleman that was there with her and Eddie and the children was her brother. If not, y'all put it in the comments. Child, that just shows you. I mean, I'm here for you, Potomac, but sometimes small details may escape me because it is just, like I said, it's not the show that's keeping your attention. So you have to try a little harder. But nonetheless, we get a glimpse into the mom asking for her allowance. I don't know about y'all, but Wendy's mom is a major turnoff. I mean, I realize in the culture that education is extremely important and that it is also a part that Dr. Wendy lets us know that you take care of your parents, your mother. I'm here for that. Her attitude just turns me off. I mean, she just seems entitled to it. And, it seems like Wendy is kind of becoming her mother with making sure the kids have to get their master's degrees and they won't get their trust if they don't. It's okay. Education is important, and I always press that upon my children as well. But, in one breath, she's like, follow your dreams, but you have to have a master's degree, which same thing, Wendy, you want to do things that really aren't utilizing your degree. You walked away from your doctorship, your professorship at Johns Hopkins to focus on your podcast or your talk show and some of your other business ventures. And there's nothing wrong with that. And one thing about this, guys, your education, nobody can take that from you. I'm definitely an advocate for higher learning and getting your education. I'm just saying, from one person that personally herself felt the stress and the pressure of a mother that, said, you will do this, you will do that, you will do that. Maybe you shouldn't repeat history with your own kids. Anyway, child. And then, a lot of people were talking about her children's table manners. Look, kids are off limits, but I'm just going to chalk it up to maybe the babies was feeling some kind of way with the cameras in their face while they were eating. Kids get weird sometimes when they're on display. I don't know. But we do find out that Wendy's in-laws are going to be there for her big 40th birthday, the all-white affair that she's going to have. And she's excited about it. She's got big plans because Dr. Wendy don't play about her birthday. The mother-in-law is not necessarily here for it 100%, but we came to find out that she was friends with Eddie's mom. And they fell out as a result. But we're going to get a chance to see that. And I'm looking forward to that. And like I said, so far, that's something we can look forward to. But Dr. Wendy's not also given a ton. Her and Giselle have made up. But it seems to me disingenuous because if you were that upset, and maybe it was just a thing of, I don't like you because you don't like me back. But they seem to have mend fences, and I mean, she's here for Giselle now. I don't know if I believe it, but it seems sincere on Wendy's part. I'll put it that way. All right, then over to Ashley and her mom. Y'all, again, we're trying to keep the kids off limits, but those boys on that island, I see why Ashley felt so at home while throwing her bunions on Stacey's beautiful island. She allows her children in bare feet to run all over hers as well. Okay. Big takeaway from that scene, guys, was Ashley's mother has some health concerns, and Ashley is concerned for her mother's health and wants her to be healthier. And even more than that, Ashley is against the man that her mother is with and really wants her mother to be with someone that is more helpful to her. Apparently, this guy does not provide for her or help her financially. And, Ashley's concerned with now that she's on her own, that it's her responsibility to take care of her boys, her mother, and herself, and to provide. And she's trying to get her mom to, have a little more self-worth, and her concern about the fact that her mother is with a guy that doesn't seem to have her best interests at heart. Mom really gives us not a whole lot other than that's changing. Her guy is now working, and we'll just have to see. We then go over to Jassi's party. And y'all, this is the party that she's having for her NFL player boyfriend, Darius. And Darius and team have been at the White House and their celebration for winning the game, another Super Bowl. And now she's having something for everyone to celebrate her man. All the ladies come looking really nice. Child, we get to see Mia and Ink. And not only Mia and Ink, Kiana and her man, Greg. Jassi makes the comment about the height challenge of them both. But at this event, Giselle sits down Mia and Karen to resolve the conflict of where Mia had told Stacey that Karen had reached out to her and Jacqueline was there. And y'all, we got to talk about how we feel about Jacqueline too, honey. I'll get there. But that Karen had told them that she needed help and that she wanted to go and get some help at a rehab. And that story got to Stacey. She brought it back to Karen, and that's when Karen says, she don't need to be talking about that. I'm a proponent for those that need help if they need it. Just like, Mia herself had an opioid addiction. That's how she got into the chiropractic business. And one thing about Karen, honey, if you come for her, she's certainly coming back for you. It has been the season of the you go low, I go lower. Major deflection. We talk about a little bit over at the snack gathering for Giselle and Ashley when they ask Karen again about how she's doing and what's going on with her case. And then Karen flips it on Giselle and says, I hear Jamal is engaged. How are you feeling about that? Y'all, it just is a lot of that, honey. It's a lot of ducking and dodging for Karen. I mean, she's just not going to let the ladies have it, y'all. So, at any rate, Karen says, Mia, I thought you were my friend. And Mia says the same. And Mia lets us know that no, she didn't have an addiction, though she did OD. After she had her child, Jassi. She had him by cesarean, and after that, with her pain, she had to use medication for pain. She got addicted to it, or she got addicted to it. She's saying that she never needed rehab, but she needed the pain, and she OD'd accidentally on the opiates, and as a result, decided to find a healthier way to manage her pain, which was chiropractic. And so, once we get that explanation, Karen says she's sorry. She says she's sorry, but child, they go right back at it. So, and Mia just seems to consistently just be nasty. I mean, the same way she went at Kiarna about having a drug dealer man, and just I'm not here for the gutterness. I think that honestly, Mia is on this show believing that she is the breakout star, that she is carrying the show. I don't know if y'all saw the episode, the interview with Carlos King and her, and he certainly hyped her head up. I don't think he needed to. I think that when she got that first chair at the last reunion, that, and just doesn't seem like there's not much she won't do to lead a scene. So there's that. We also find out, Jassi and her man, Darius, there was a lot of questions about the children he has. Since then, y'all, his baby mom has come out on social media, and she has debunked her theory that he didn't know about the children, or she didn't. She's like, there were times, each time that she conceived those children, it was intentional, that Jassi and Darius were not together at those times. Jassi was fully aware of the children, and she's made a decision to stay with him regardless, and that's fine. But I think what bothered her was her basically trying to say that he wasn't sure of the kids, and they came at different times, and just kind of not owning the fact that Darius had these children. She was aware, whether it was when they were having breaks or whether he cheated on her. I mean, she decided to stay, and that's her business. But yeah, because when she was trying to defend that, she was sounding crazy at that dinner while they were still in Charlotte. So we get that. A lot of the ladies finally get to meet Ink, and yeah, DJ Applebox, as Karen would say. Have my theories on that. Moving along, they had the scene with Karen and her cousin David. Y'all, that was probably the most emotion and vulnerability that we've gotten from Karen. Her cousin David, we find out, was actually on the phone with her at the time of Karen's crash. He's clearly worried about her. I mean, he openly gets emotional, and Karen just tells him that the grief of losing her parents, and then they do a flashback of Ray and his tax issues, and Ray kind of saying that he didn't know if he loved her, the disconnect there. And she even made the comment that that night, or once she was driving that night, things kind of came to a head. And you could just see that he loves his cousin Karen and that he's really concerned. And, y'all, it's clear that Karen was probably, definitely, not probably, was dealing with, to lose your parents so close together, and then to be having some issues in your marriage, to be surrounded with a group of women that actually don't care. And not only that, used it as the butt of their jokes. Um, that had to be hard. So again, there is nothing wrong with admitting that you were just in a rough, or are currently in a rough place in life, and having to navigate and dealing things. You made some poor decisions. But, again, I just don't think Karen is able to feel vulnerable in that group. And I don't know that that's 100% her fault, given the history of the way these ladies get down. So there's that. The final scene, y'all, is the whole crust of why I wanted to get on here and talk. Mia and Ink are at their apartment, and Gordon has come by, and they want to sit down, or Mia wants him to have a conversation about telling the kids about the fact that they're getting divorced. Y'all, the minute Gordon walked into the apartment, he was clearly guarded, angry. His body language was given that he was just not here for it. And Mia has done a good job, or seemingly tried to do a good job so far in this season, of portraying herself as this dutiful wife till the end, despite the fact that she's moved on in her relationship with Ink, that she's still the caretaker for Gordon and his bipolar. Y'all, it is honestly very exploitive. I don't know how many of my actualizers either have dealt with bipolar disorder or know someone that has, but I find it very sickening what Mia is doing. My thoughts is that Mia is weaponizing Gordon's mental health issues as her get out of free card to cheat, to move on in an unhealthy way. Y'all, her children do not need to be exposed to a man this fast. Their divorce is not final. She is openly committing adultery. Gordon brings up the fact that, he doesn't need to have Ink there, that the conversation should be between him and Mia. And I, for one, am in full agreement of that. I don't know what Ink's motives are. I think that he enjoys being on the show. I think that he will enjoy the fame that comes with it. The fact that we're talking about him and, all the buzz. But there's something further here. She always wants to go back to, you didn't treat me right. You weren't good to me. And Gordon has openly admitted that in times when he wasn't properly taking his medication or even properly diagnosed, that there were instances that, being in his manic states, things happened. And he has taken accountability on that, on the reunion, on last season, on the last couple of that last scene, even on this season. But I think what to me is just so vile of Mia is to think it's okay to flaunt Ink in this man's face. That the times that he comes over, that he has to not only see her be with Ink, but she expects interaction and for them to all, immediately get along as if they're one big blended family, which to me is unrealistic. And it's just cruel. Clearly, Gordon doesn't want the divorce. Clearly, Gordon is not ready to move on. I mean, since then, we've seen her in interviews say that he has a new girlfriend. That's from her. I don't know that we've heard that from Gordon, and Gordon hopefully has moved along and is dating. But to be humiliated the way that she is doing on this season, to me, is so vile for a storyline. See, that's not the way it works. And y'all, this is why I feel like Potomac, this among the fact that it just doesn't seem to be a whole lot going on. And if our big storyline has to be watching Mia navigate between Ink and Gordon and the paternity question of her son Josh. Y'all, all of that, I'm not here for it. The children were right around the corner. They live in an apartment. You know those babies had to hear that conversation. Gordon was angry. He talked about the fact that Mia and Inc. had committed adultery not once but twice. That the fact that the two of them had an early on relationship early after that her and Gordon got married, and it resulted in her terminating a pregnancy. And then again with the question of paternity on Josh. And I don't know if y'all caught that tea in the clips for next episode that she talks about the fathers of her children. Mia, this is an all-time low, sis. All-time low. I mean, listen, I love to be entertained as much as the next person, but this just does not land well. Y'all put in the comments and let me know what y'all think. If this is what we're tuning in for every week, other than Karen dipping and dodging and not taking accountability for her DUI, I'm not sure, y'all. I'm not sure how it's going to do. So y'all let me know. Are you watching? What are your thoughts? What did y'all think about Mia and the scene with Gordon at the end? What did you think about Karen? And her scene with her cousin David? You know, y'all give me your thoughts. What do you think about the newbies? And do you believe Stacey and TJ? Do you believe Stacey? Do you think she's playing on our faces? Y'all put it in the comments and let me hear from you. And let's chat about it. I ask that you guys come back on Wednesday for the recap of 90 Day Fiancé the Other Way, the tell-all. It aired on last night on Monday night, and me and Big Nige are going to get down to recapping part 1 of the tell-all. Lots to unpack there. And Thursday, we have a special treat for you. We will be on, me and my co-host Bria will be on talking some love and marriage, Huntsville. Honey, listen, we haven't been doing it, but we've been watching these last couple of episodes, and honey, it is noteworthy. We're going to get up here and talk, and we're going to talk about what y'all think about the last couple of episodes of Love and Marriage Huntsville. We have lots to say on that. Then come on back on Friday, where me and my Bravo bestie Joey, we recap part 3 of the reunion of Real Housewives of Orange County. So we got a nice weekly lineup for you. We will be taking some time off for Thanksgiving, but our lineup will start to be Bravo Mondays. We are going to then do Wednesday will be Love and Marriage Huntsville, and Friday, after Real Housewives of Orange County is wrapped up, we'll start doing recaps on the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. So you won't want to miss that. Also, as breaking news happens in the pop culture world, we'll be coming on with our pop culture segments. So you don't want to miss that, because there's a lot that's been going on. Now, it's not because I haven't seen it, but I'm just waiting to break it the right way, y'all. So thank you for tuning in as always, actualizers. Remember, if you haven't yet, go ahead, hit that like button, comment, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. All right, guys, thanks again for tuning in, and I will see you later this week with more wonderful recaps. Join me. All right, guys, have a great day. Bye.